Now, sometimes back last year in October, the Jubilee Party National Management Committee announced the proposal to remove the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto as the Deputy Party Leader of Jubilee Party after Ruto went ahead to open Jubilee Asili offices. But from that time up to now, Ruto was not removed as the Deputy Party Leader of Jubilee. What they did was simply they went ahead to block William Samoei Ruto from accessing Jubilee offices. So again after that, Ruto went ahead to announce publicly that he is going to vie for presidency on a UDA ticket. So that is what stands. So today, after the Kieni drama that was encountered by the Deputy President and the Githurai stopover, Denis Itumbi posted something on a platform that is always referring to as the Hustler Nation Intelligence Bureau. And if you read that story according to Denis Itumbi, Jubilee has made the final decision to kick the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto from Jubilee Party officially. But what surprises me to believe Denis Itumbi is the choice of replacement of the DP as the Deputy Party Leader of Jubilee Party. And that is what is going to form the basis of our discussion today on this punchline. But before we go deep into that, you might be watching me and you have not yet subscribed. My humble request, please consider subscribe so that any other time, once we come out with a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all the returning subscribers and anyone who drops comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. So I'm going to read to you what Itumbi has said as we analyze one after the other. So number one, Itumbi is saying that the impromptu Grand Githurai meeting yesterday has sent Deep State into panic. That's the first point. But in my view, I don't believe so. Because anyone in Kenya, if you talk about Githurai, they understand. Itumbi want to paint that William Samoei Ruto pulled a crowd that no any other politicians can do. But the truth of the matter is that even if Raila Odinga just wake up today and get to Githurai or any other senior politicians, because that junction is very famous, then you block the road by your motorcade, definitely you are going to get the audience that you are going to address. A lot of business is doing there. And remember, in Kenya, so many people don't have job. For that reason, mobilizing a crowd is easy. So for that reason, I don't see a big deal into the Githurai issue. In fact, even sometimes when Raila was there, when they were trying to heckle him, the crowd was so much big that had come to listen to Raila Odinga. Now, number two, he's saying that a crisis meeting yesterday resolved to remove DP William Samoei Ruto as the Jubilee Deputy Party Leader. So that can be true. Because already I have explained to you that some time back, they had already recommended that DP should be removed for the reason why he went ahead to form Jubilee Asili office. But now even Ruto has moved from Jubilee Asili, and now he has UDA party which he has already announced that he's going to use as a vehicle for 2022 general election. For that reason, it can be true that these guys could have discussed to remove William Samoei Ruto officially from that party. But the biggest problem with the DP, every time, wakati mambo inaumana, he always come back and say that he is still in Jubilee. He is not a member of UDA. So officially they will remove him so that he will not be talking about Jubilee party. So that can be true. And number three is saying that the position will be addressed as a change of party structure as agreed by National Management Committee of Jubilee Party. That's okay. Now let's go to number four, which is surprising. And number four is saying that ANC leader Musalia Mudavadi, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, and the KANU chairman Gideon Moi will be encouraged to apply for the position. And now here is where I doubt so much. Because take it this way, how can you take someone who subscribed to another party to be given a chance to come and apply for the deputy party leader of Jubilee Party, or even to come and take over the leadership of Jubilee Party? How possible can this be? And again, even in one hand, I ask, how can Musalia Mudavadi drop his ANC party, which he has struggled so much time to build it, and go for a Jubilee deputy party leader? You know, it does not make sense. Kalonzo Musyoka has built so much Wiper Party. So it's not going to be very possible to encourage Kalonzo Musyoka to dissolve his Wiper Party to go and take a DP party leader in UDA party. Even Gideon Moi, in 2017, he was asked and convinced to shelf his KANU party and join Jubilee party. But Gideon Moi said, no, I will support you, but with my KANU party. So I don't think that it is possible to convince any of these guys to drop their party and go for a deputy party leader in Jubilee party. Again, if I was to advise Musalia Mudavadi, because among these individuals, Mudavadi still stands a chance to be a president, maybe soon or some other time later. So the biggest and dangerous decision for Mudavadi to take is to drop his ANC party and go and gamble for a DG position in Jubilee party. I think that is going to be a thorn for Musalia Mudavadi. So the best thing Mudavadi can do, if this can be true, is only to work in a coalition with Jubilee party. But he should not dare to go and take Jubilee party, because Jubilee has its owners. Remember, the day they are going to disagree in that party, that's the time he can be kicked out. So let him stay in his ANC party, because in Kenya we understand party leader is everything in party. And therefore, if someone lends you his party, he still controls everything. So the only thing he can do, even as an advice to Kalonzo or any other individual, is only to go into a coalition, but not be implanted in Jubilee party. Because also that one comes with a tag of a project. And anyone who is labeled as a project, remember what happened to Uhuru Kenyatta after Moi. You don't get it. So it's good they be their own person. Number 5, Itumbi is saying that the late night meeting also agreed to fill the position of the organizing secretary previously held by Senator Haji, who was elected and opposed to fill the position of his father. That's okay. Now, number 6, he's saying that the meeting also proposed that the president should immediately call a meeting of all the 47 county commission. And number 7, the meeting is informed by the fact that an opinion poll done by the county commissioners shows that Raila Odinga cannot win election. Again here, I tend to believe that opinion poll just remain to be an opinion poll, because it cannot be the facts. And if you relate this, it is clear Raila Odinga has once won election before, twice. So that's why I still maintain on this platform that the best thing Raila Odinga can do is to look for 2 individuals, Kalonzo Musyoka and Musalia Mudavadi. That's done. Once he has these 2 people, he can be assured of presidency. These guys can help him to achieve that dream. But intending to get some vote in Central Region, still for me is a gamble for Raila Odinga. So the easiest way is to have those 2 people. But again, Raila can still win election as long as he has this guy. So you cannot say that the opinion poll shows that he can't win anything, because definitely these polls are always sponsored by specific people with that specific intention that they want to achieve, politically speaking. But I know sometimes when I say Mudavadi will need Raila will need Kalonzo and Mudavadi, some of the ODM bloggers will still come out to say that Raila still can climb mountain, forget about Kalonzo and Mudavadi. That one is still a risky way. Though I believe that if it was Mudavadi being on ballot, he can get more votes in Central Region. But that cannot be enough. Or he cannot beat William Samoei Ruto in Central Region, be it Raila or Mudavadi. Though Mudavadi can gain more votes, because these guys used most of their time to demonize Raila Odinga. Number 8, Itumbi is saying that a group of deep state operatives and the Jubilee want the commissioners to convince the president that the ANC boss Musalia Mudavadi is the best candidate for presidency and not Tinga. Mission Weekend Tinga is headed to finish line. That's according to Itumbi. Again, in my view, this can be a contradictory, because for the longest time I have seen President Uhuru Kenyatta still facilitating ODM leader Raila Odinga to make his way to Central Region, meeting all those business community. And if Raila will fail getting some sizable number of votes in Central Region, then he should not blame on Uhuru Kenyatta, because he has been provided with a platform for him to sell his manifesto. Again, another warning to Musalia Mudavadi. Mudavadi should not allow what he went through in 2013, such that he come out at the last minute where he cannot even have enough number to campaign for his own people to get some votes, elective seats. For that reason, he should tread very careful, because these guys can call him in this issue, then at the end of the day, wamwache kwa mataa. So he should tread very careful, such that when he got this thing, he should be sure that definitely he's going to get support. And if not, let him be always his own man. Let Mudavadi go on ballot on an ANC ticket. If these guys will be convinced to support him, they should support him in a coalition, lakini akue kwa ticket ya ANC. That's the only way Mudavadi can be sure of. And again, he should keep on working on his ANC party, not focusing on getting any endorsement from anywhere. Let that endorsement, if it is there, it comes in as just a blessing, but not what he was intended to achieve. Because you can't believe anyone, as of late, relating the story on what he went through in 2013. And number 9, which is also surprising, Itumbi saying that to start off the proposed project Mudavadi, State House Controller Kinuthia Mbugua and the Nyandarua Governor Francis Kimemia hosted their new Blue Eye project in Nyandarua. Number 10, all money contributed in that Harambe and flight cost from Vihiga were handled and paid in full by Comptroller Kinuthia Mbugua, including Musalia Mudavadi contribution in church. That's surprising. Now, again, in that 2 statements, I don't see the truth. Because Mudavadi has traversed this country from one county to another, and he has been welcomed by all these governors because he has good relationship with them. He has moved with his ANC delegation. And remember, he was in Nyandarua just 3 weeks back. And during that time, Mudavadi promised the church that he will come back during the Harambe so that he can help them to raise that amount of money that they needed to do their project. And again, another truth, if you don't know, is that Musalia Mudavadi and Governor Kimemia are good friends. Remember, Kimemia worked in Vihiga as a DO and then as a DC. So Vihiga is in Western, where Mudavadi comes from. And through that working relationship, that's how these guys became friends. And these guys, this guy, Kimemia, served in Vihiga for the longest time. So that tie is still there between Mudavadi and the governor. Again, Mudavadi has more than 2 choppers. So he can still fly in his own chopper and get to where he wants. And again, Mudavadi is not that much poor that he will need some money to be given so that he can give a contribution. So in that statement, I just see that these guys got panicked with the amount of Musalia Mudavadi helped to raise through that fundraise drive, where these guys raised up to 26 million. I think they got surprised and they were panicked with that amount of money. You know, for them, they started this dishing out of money so much earlier. But the other team were watching them very careful. And as we are going forward, most of these politicians understand that in the next general election, they might need money because that is what the people have been used to. That's what Ruto has introduced. And for them, they might be ready also to spend money and achieve what they want. So maybe this thing is caughting the Hustler team or Tangatanga team by surprise. And lastly, number 12, Itumbi is saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta will also be pulled to Githurai under the cover of issuing title deed in that area. So it means the president will go there so that he can water down what has happened. But again, this can be the other way around. Because William Samoei Ruto has been used to getting information from the State House, the people who are always leaking information to him. What if the DP knew that the president will be going to Githurai to issue title deed? For that reason, he decided to go earlier before the president so that he can water down that activity before the president get to that place. I don't know what you think, but you can tell me in the comment section what's your view about that. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you. And if you have not yet subscribed, just consider to help us to grow this platform by subscribing. See you in our next video.